1906 Great Earthquake and Fire.
Dozens of people attended this morning's pre-dawn ceremony at Lotta's Fountain on Kearney and Market Street. That intersection was a meeting spot for the survivors of one of the worst natural disasters in U.S. history. It was one of the most destructive natural disasters, as we said, and it's something people continue to remember with a commemoration ceremony every year.
As was the case this morning, our Ali Rasmus was there for this longtime tradition, a little bit of looking back and also looking ahead, Ali, right?
Yeah, 5:12 in the morning is when the 1906 earthquake struck, and that's why every year at that time on this day you have people coming together to remember that disaster and the response to it. And part of the commemoration ceremony involves the sounding of the sirens, as you just heard, but part of it also involves some singing.
You, San Francisco, open your golden gate.
Long before sunrise, dozens of people gathered at Lotta's Fountain on Market Street to remember the great 1906 quake. The landmark was a meeting spot for survivors of the disaster. Now, 119 years later, it's one of two focal points for a commemoration ceremony. The 1906 quake was a 7.9 magnitude earthquake. An estimated 3,000 people died. More than 80% of the city was destroyed in the fires that burned for days afterwards. Since the 1920s, generations of survivors, then their children, grandchildren, and now great-grandchildren have gathered early in the morning on this day, along with city leaders, public safety officials, and history buffs to remember the loss of life, the bravery of the survivors, and the lessons learned from the disaster. It was the first great earthquake commemoration ceremony for newly elected San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie, who spoke at the event this morning.
We've gone through some tough times recently, but just like what happened in the aftermath of the 1906 earthquake, this city is coming together right now. We did it after 1906. We're going to do it after COVID. We're already on our way.
Now, after the ceremony at Lotta's Fountain on Market Street, the group went to Dolores Park to repaint what's known as the Golden Fire Hydrant on 20th and Church Street. That hydrant was used to save the Mission District during the fires after the quake. Out of about 4,000 fire hydrants in the city back in 1906, this was one of just 41 that had flowing water to fight the fires. People this morning shared their personal family stories and connections to this site.
Great-great-grandfather, Jeremiah Mahoney, he and his family lived on Guerrero Street, and he was one of the neighbors who came out to Dolores Park after the earthquake, and he helped other neighbors who heard that this fire hydrant had water. He helped them pull the fire pumper up. It's a tribute to everybody who is impacted by natural disasters, who come together and help each other and really risk their lives to make sure that things get resolved.
And there you see the golden fire hydrant at 20th and Church with the wreath of flowers around it from this morning's ceremony. People came in, took turns sharing those stories and spray painting it, so it's got a fresh coat of golden paint as it does every year. 7 years after that 1906 earthquake, the city built a high-pressure water system throughout the city so that firefighters wouldn't have to deal with the issue of their hydrants running dry after a disaster again, and that water pressure system is still in use in San Francisco today. Live in San Francisco, Ali Rasmus, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Download Fox Local for more videos on demand.